I'm just holding a good product placement.
Nice. Got my coffee? Or is it coffee? Tequila.
Could be Irish
It's
coffee.
new.
Oh, wait, we're live. All right. Hey, everyone. This is Manny Allen with Northeast CrossFit. We're here with our pre-WOD show. I think that's what we're going to call it, right? The pre-WOD show? Yeah, I like it because it could be like ESP. It could be No Explode. What? It could be C4.
ESP before the ban or after?
We're not discussing that.
Okay.
All right? When it was good. All right. So we're going to...
Like Four Locos?
All right. So this is our pre-WOD show. Manny Allen, owner of Northeast CrossFit. I'm here with my guests.
Cameron Hudson, head coach.
Chris Crowley, general manager.
All right, so we're here to kind of review some things that went on this past week, and we're going to talk about some really fun and cool things to look forward to. So let's talk about 18.1, the first workout of the Open. Is anyone surprised by the 20-minute AMRAP? I know for one, I'm not.
I'm not surprised that there was a 20-minute AMRAP. I'm surprised that that was the first workout. A little bit.
In what way?
I thought it would be more of like a 10, 12-minute workout.
Just more of like a little grunt, a harder grunt work piece?
A harder grunt work piece.
I
mean, you look back at 17.1, top times are 10 minutes to 12, 13 minutes.
Yep.
Now it's, that extends the time demand quite a bit.
Yeah. I thought this workout was a good kickoff workout because it was accessible for a lot of people, but in a way I feel like that was actually part of the problem, was that it was so accessible that people were coming out of nowhere with like monster scores, which I like seeing in one way because now you see that like the garage in person could actually completely annihilate this workout, but that completely crushes cusp regional athletes. Yeah. So I think unless the following workouts are real separators, it's going to be really hard for someone who even scored in the Northeast. You got 400 reps, and that was 203?
Something like that. Like
fucking 203. That's absolutely insane. That 400 reps is going to be 200th place. And when you're taking, they're taking 30 people in the Northeast? 25, 30? 25 or 30 people this year they're taking. They're not taking 20. No, they're taking 25 or 30. Yeah.
So they switched with Canada?
Yeah, I think Canada only takes 15 and we take 25.
Good.
But that's, yeah. Good. America. So,
I got American socks on.
Where's your butt heavy? And your Marlboro.
My American spirits.
Yes.
Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, why don't you have your cowboy hat on?
Yeah, so...
I don't have a cowboy hat, Chris.
So it's going to be hard, so hopefully we'll see some more difficult workouts.
Yeah, but on the flip side, it was cool that it was accessible because internally, I know I had a lot of people who come to my night classes. They were able to go RX. Typically they wouldn't, because it's 20 minutes. So now there's not that pressure of like, hey, there's a 10-minute time cap. You got to do 18 rounds. And we're being interrupted real quick. Hi, Deb.
I just wanted to watch.
Oh, wanted to watch it? No, you're in it now, Deb.
No, I'm not in it.
Come on,
you're in it. Oh, no. I just want to be a fly on the wall.
Nope, you're in it. Take a seat. Join us. So now, guys, we're all being joined by Coach Debbie.
Sorry, guys.
She just tried to sneak in.
I did. I just wanted to listen. I want to watch.
It's all good.
You invited me.
To join, not to watch.
So I mean, it was cool because more people were able to go RX. And that's something that a lot of people are like, oh, but I scaled the workout, which is all good and fine, but some people, that made their day being able to go RX.
Yeah, you saw a big confidence boost. Like a lot of people that were really scared to try RX workouts most of the time, they were a little tentative, but then they figured, let me try it out. And when they were finished, you just saw people with big smiles on their faces, like, yeah, I just RX an open workout. It's awesome. It's the first time I ever RX a workout.
And it was the first workout, so it kind of set the tone. Like, we want them to have a good time.
Energy up really high now.
Really teed it up.
Everyone's really excited for week 2. Like, what could happen? Like, maybe I'll RX another workout, and then you see some people who are just going to be like really super pumped about what's going on for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, so that was actually a really smart and very strategic move by CrossFit HQ, being that attendance this year is far beyond what it was even last year.
They broke 500,000?
Yeah, they broke 500,000.
Wow.
So the big reason for that, and I don't know if you guys noticed, I think attendance in the U.S. is around the same. I think maybe it's increased a little bit, even though affiliation, I think, has actually dropped. I think participation for the Open is just a little bit higher, but worldwide, it's crazy. It blew up in Brazil. I think in China it's starting to blow up, and I think we're going to start seeing more worldwide Like it's actually going to be
That's
like,
awesome.
you know, now the Russians are going to be a part of it.
Doping scandals.
Icarus 2.0.
Hold on, did you guys see the dopey scandal with
The curling team?
You with the curling team?
I
so
saw that.
So the best though was I saw a meme yesterday, and it was fake Sports Center, and it was a picture of the U.S. men's curling team. And it was like the U.S. men's curling team looks like a bunch of dads who were trying to escape for the weekend and somehow ended up at the Olympics.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's 100%
man,
true.
legendary
Well,
status.
that's essentially how curling got started here.
Yeah.
It was like
Wisconsin?
dudes in a bar
Yeah.
that saw it on TV and were like, we could do that, and they just started a team because we didn't have an Olympic curling team, so they just showed up and they were like, all right, we're the curling team.
They're like the cool running team of America. The Jamaican bobsled team.
Anyway.
Back on top.
What were we talking about?
Yeah, but
The Russians,
Worldwide.
joining the Open.
18.1 was good, I think, across the board
I
for
agree.
everyone. And then at Northeast, it was awesome. We had a ton of people come out.
Yeah.
Sponsors, packed house on Friday.
Yeah, you know, we had, about 80 people
We had about 80 people do the workout that night.
actually do the workout that night, and well over 100 people just in attendance spectating. You know, the energy was awesome. DJ Joe P.
Killing it.
Crushed it.
Crushing it. So that was a lot of fun. You know,
I
we
think-
had some...
I think the Lopez's brought a party bus full of people.
Yeah.
They did.
Like a school bus.
They were
They just
so
came in a caravan. I was like, Noah, Cohen, and then like a squad.
The older Lopez brother came in, actually.
Oh,
Yep,
There's
and
another
his
one.
wife.
Yeah,
and his wife.
they wanted to get him to join CrossFit, but he's a little tentative. But he brought his wife in with him, and
that's awesome.
And then the crew the crew of friends came in as well.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool, man.
So funny.
Yeah, so also thank you to our sponsors. So to add to the night, we had Paleo Ethics, we had Love to Be Fit, and we had, who was our last one? Westchester Body Works.
I watched us a photo booth.
Oh, and Westchester Photo Booth. How can I forget?
Productions.
Yeah. So that was really awesome. So thank you to our sponsors coming out. That was, you guys really helped make the event that much more fun.
Do you think you can see how pale I am on this camera?
With the lighting now, absolutely.
You know,
I'm looking at the light. I'm like, yo, Mexico needs to happen really fast.
oh my God, stop! You're actually blinding me every time you raise.
I'm gonna cover that up.
Yeah.
The other thing I love, though, too, we had a couple of sign-ups just starting CrossFit.
Yeah.
And we had some people going through the movements, and then we're just like, you know what, do scaled. This is an excellent way to just see where you are at. And then from here, now you have a test. Next year at the Open, now you see a year of training where a year of training brings you. We have, who was it?
Allie Williams.
Allie Williams
Yeah.
came on board. She just started. Excellent athlete.
She just finished her on-ramp, and her first CrossFit workout was 18-1.
Yeah.
And
I
she...
felt
And
so
it was, if you scale it to an appropriate, level, the scaling I think was very appropriate for beginners and for intermediates.
Yeah. Dude, and
Got
she
the work
crushed it. She got
She did awesome.
319 reps, which was like, I think, 5th highest in our gym.
Yeah. And now to see that, if he did that as a repeat next year, like to see how far she's come, committing to
She'll be RX next year for sure.
I really like that we had a few people, like a handful of new signups come in and do the Open.
Yeah, I think we have over 130 now.
Like 135, 136 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
130. Wow.
Is this higher than last year?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Higher than last year. So
I felt so bad for Allie though, because she did the workout with us.
She did during Open Gym with you guys.
So my rower was here, Allie's was here. I had full-on Dan Bailey moment, snot shooting out of my nose, spit everywhere.
CrossFit.
I'm grunting, Cheryl's yelling at me, and this girl is sitting there probably like, who is this weirdo?
Why did I sign up in this place?
And I get myself
and
in
Cheryl's not being nice when she's yelling. She's
No.
calling you all sorts of cuss words.
I was called some vulgarities. I won't say them on camera. Yeah. That had to have been like a very... She probably went home and was like, dude, I don't know what I just put myself...
She came back this week, though. She's been back in
cancellation
here.
policy?
Sign up for a year, you're stuck with us.
That's why we did cover.
She was here yesterday in class. You didn't scare her.
Yeah, ancient barbell.
Yeah, she actually did really well in barbell.
Oh, she did the barbell
Yeah,
class.
she did the barbell class.
Nice.
She did really well. So some other really good performances. Let's talk about little Will Stupart, man.
My
Oh
man.
my god, that
He's
kid
right,
is awesome.
He's right now sitting 102nd in the world for the 14-year-old, 15-year-old teenage division. And he actually didn't even redo the workout. He had 331 reps. Man, the kid has incredible athletic IQ.
Yep.
Like, it's so crazy to look at a 14-year-old and watch how smart and how tactical they are with the workout, knowing exactly
Very
what they have to
controlled.
do. And all of this is like virtually like kind of uncoached in a way, like no one here taught him like how to really like pace and be that tactical. He kind of, he's a big visual learner. He watches everyone do it. He knows what he has to do to get to where he wants to be. So that was really awesome.
It's crazy because like he is a small kid and just in weight as well. Forget his height.
He's 100 pounds.
I mean, he could have gotten eaten up by a 35-pound dumbbell very easily. And it didn't seem to affect him at all. And when you look at some of the people, like I was just taking a look at like a bunch of people that were ahead of him. Everyone ahead of him weighs like 145 pounds.
Yeah, he's a small athlete.
I mean,
this is not a small athlete workout.
And he moved the dumbbell like basically like anybody else in here who is 40, 50, 60 pounds heavier than him, and should be able to handle that dumbbell well. So it's just crazy to see a kid that small not get eaten up by something in the workout that might affect him. And again, like the rower as well. I mean. Yeah. You have to generate some power in that thing, and he's got a pretty decent row for a kid who's not that big.
No, he's 5'2", 5'3", 100 pounds. He's a very small kid.
And I love his attitude. Always comes in with a smile on his face. He's ready to go, and he never doubts himself during a workout. He listens to the coaches, and he's like, "Okay,
no matter the weather,
it's so awesome.
Snowing outside,
he does. I know."
We even offered him a ride home on Friday, and he was literally like, "No, I want to." He wanted to ride his bike home.
Refuses to take him a ride.
Yeah, the kid's got a great attitude.
Maybe we should all start riding our bikes.
Like,
no.
Too late.
It's like 5 miles away. Chill.
I could probably ride my bike.
You could.
I can't really live a mile and a half away.
There's a lot of hills in Tuckahoe.
Bronxville.
No, but I got Tuckahoe. Broncos. All right, guys, let's
Moving on.
Tomato, oranges, whatever.
Another really good performance. Let's talk about Jason Velasco.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Came out of nowhere. He actually put up the highest score in the gym before any reduce.
Did he really?
Yes, he put up 353 reps.
He didn't even redo it.
And he didn't redo it.
Good.
No,
crushed it, went home.
Yeah, really.
Came back Monday.
I like Jason, man. He's a really low-key guy. Wow. Comes in 5-6 days a week, works hard, and it shows myself.
Also another really good attitude.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where he's like, I'll tell him something in class, because he typically takes my class at 7:30. I'm like, hey, you're going to go a little heavier tonight, and it's going to suck, but like, we got to work on this. He's like, okay, let's get to it.
Was that your Hispanic accent? that was poor.
When I come back from Mexico,
Sarah's not going to be speaking English anymore.
I didn't realize he scored that high, though.
Yeah.
I did not realize he scored that high. He got very silent, quiet worker, kind of keeps to himself, but definitely not someone to push to the side.
Yeah, I don't want to sleep on him.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool to see. So, let's kind of talk about where everything ended up. So, for the team standings, right, that's what everyone's waiting for.
Everybody's waiting for that.
So, let's just get right into it. Tied for first place, we have my team, WOD Nightstand, with 38 points, tied with Coach Kenny's team, You Can't Kip With Us, which is from a movie called Mean Girls.
If you haven't seen Mean Girls,
go watch it.
You live under a rock. Go see it. It's hysterical.
Yes.
After the open, we're going to have viewing parties for Mean Girls,
Grandma's Boy,
and
and
Billy Madison.
No, I've never seen Grandma's Boy.
We got to get a little stupid in for Billy Madison.
I didn't even know what the was.
Stop! That's on live.
Everyone, DM.
Oh,
DM
God.
right now. In third place,
we have...
come
up to this part.
We're so glad that you did.
In third place with 37 points, we have the Mother Thrusters, Coach Chris's team.
I'm demanding a recount of the points.
I am too right now.
You
participation.
We all have access to the spreadsheet. Y'all fill this in, man.
Yeah, but I didn't look at your calculations.
Yeah, you can manipulate the spreadsheet very easily.
Yeah.
Listen, just look at the revision, all right?
Listen,
fourth place, focus. Fourth place, we have Maggie Tron with 36 points. Fifth place, New Kids in the Box with 34 points. And last and not surprising, Can You Feel the Love with 33 points.
Listen, it's only week one. It is only week one. I'd rather start off.
We're off to a slow start.
Exactly.
But we're going to try
underdogs. We're going to
charge
along.
So a big part of the team score goes into Friday Night Light attendance and submitting your scores. So you can actually score highest if you just encourage your teams to show up and participate during Friday night and submit your score. That is the easiest points. Don't forget to submit.
And just know that it is participation during Friday Night Lights. Not, I am looking at the camera.
Listen up, everybody.
Where's participation?
Yeah, you sitting there eating a bowl of cereal. Look at me.
I'm in second to last right now. We gotta move up our points. But you gotta participate in the open.
Yeah.
Not just during the classes. So
But we still
make
do
it-
watch you guys there at Friday Night Lights, even if you do the workout during the morning times. It was cool that a lot of people came back that night.
and help judge. We had a couple people come in and help judge.
So some quick individual standings. Before any redos, top score in the gym for the males, RX, Jason Velasco with 353 reps, followed by Bobby Olson with 346 reps. He redid it, got 361, so he actually ended up being the highest in the gym after the redo. But in third place, David Hayes with 336. He actually redid it, got 346. And then Wellington, who did not make the top three before any redos, actually redid it and got 358 reps. So he had a really nice increase from there.
Solid.
For the women, Faith came in, and this is before any redos, with 288 reps, followed by Kathleen with 277. Kathleen, on her redo, got 303 reps, which put her in a much better position for the Masters quals. And then Ryan came up with third with 272 points. Then we have our scale division. Antonio Duremdes, 346 reps. I think he totally should have won RX.
Agreed.
Mike Song came in, 345 reps, real strong.
Awesome.
And our 1230 boy Stan came in with 335 reps.
Awesome.
Stan O.
Did Stan do it with a weighted vest? If not, his score does not count.
When did he test it?
I guess right on Monday when he came back from vacation.
Oh, after vacation too. That's impressive.
Well, he was also working on a vacation.
Yeah, he had a sandbag.
Yeah. And for our ladies, we have Denise Bovell with 342 points, Dawn Leon, 330 points, and Alexis Sanchez, 325 points. So we have 2 out of the 3 are brand new to the gym, so it's really cool to see that they're right on the leaderboard, kind of just doing their thing and making their mark. Yeah. So really looking forward to 18.2. And as far as how that went for the gym, I actually thought for the gym, when everyone was doing it, I thought that as a gym we did well, and then when all the scores came in, the gym's in 122nd place, which is not exactly where I thought we would be after this workout, so it was a little bit surprising how well everyone else did on it. It kind of put things back into perspective. And
but it's like what you said, this is a really accessible workout. You have a lot of people who might not be as skilled, but it's like an engine workout.
Yeah.
You can kind of that can be your one workout for the open that you just crush.
Yeah, which week 1 for the open has always traditionally been a grunt work piece.
Absolutely.
But what was kind of interesting about this one was that, to me, one, there was like a pretty big size bias. Like, if you're a larger athlete crossing a row, it didn't matter about your TOSA bar. Like, you're going to smoke through that row and score really big with this. The skills are low, which is pretty typical for a first week workout.
Are you just saying that because you're shorter?
I'm short and I'm terrible at the row. So I'm just going to put every excuse out there.
I'm terrible at the
I'll put every excuse I get. But, just like we were talking about before, how it was a really difficult workout. If you were a cusp athlete, if you didn't break that 400 rep range, you've kind of dug yourself in a pretty big hole. And if the following workouts don't have some pretty large separators, then it's going to be hard to really, really qualify. Yeah. But, it's really cool with the open because it always ends up kind of evening out. Every year it kind of starts out like this where like week 1 really throws a lot of people off. I think even in the past we saw people like Spencer Hendel and Oscar Maliolo dig themselves out of really deep holes in the beginning. So, if you're a cusp regional athlete and week 1 didn't, if you scored 150, 200, you're not out of it yet. Participation this year is much larger. So with larger participation and more scores gives you more allowance to actually make it in. So if you actually study the leaderboard, you'll see that, the top 20 people may get, let's say, 150 points is the magic number, or, well, not 150, probably 400 points is the magic number to be in the top 20. With more participation, the magic number may be 500 total points. So there is a chance that if you're a cusp athlete that you're going to make it back in. So, looking forward to 18.2.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Castro's Clue?
Yeah.
No. What was
it? Exactly.
It was
like a wood fire.
It was someone's fireplace.
It's like a wood fire.
Someone's beautiful
basically
fireplace.
A close up of like a wood being burned. So
yeah.
So
short, fast, lung burner.
Yeah, it's probably going to hurt. But
everyone's taking thrusters.
What was kind of interesting about that is that for something to hurt, essentially means that it has to be another low. It could mean another low skill workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's a high skill
And-
workout, it's not a burner for the majority of people.
Agreed.
It'll only be a burner for the top people, so it's kind of hard to tell with that clue what the movements are going to be. Because I'm thinking if it's going to be a true burner, then it's going to be, we can call it a thruster double under. You can call it,
Repeat of
you
17.5.
can call it a thruster pull up. It could be.
Just keep
I mean, you had that workout.
Thruster
You had a
burner.
workout a couple of years ago with those light snatches and the bar muscle ups. That was a
Yeah,
That was
it could
pretty-
be that.
Oh yeah.
I would like that workout again.
I would not mind. I would not mind that I'll work out again. But we'll see. It's definitely going to be really interesting. I would be surprised if it was a workout that went past 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I actually think for the rest of the Open, especially if you follow .com, you'll see that a lot of their workouts were not super long. I think there's been an emphasis on like short, fast workouts. So we will see. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me because even if you say I'm not surprised, I wouldn't be surprised, or if you're anticipating it, you still don't know. You just don't. You never know with him. And even with all those clues, it's just like I don't know.
Sometimes he does that just to throw people off.
It does.
It's like,
Well,
with
the thing
fire,
is,
it's going to be like short, fast, and it's going to hurt. And then it's going to be like,
Just have
I
to be
don't know.
prepared.
I don't even know. The opposite of short, fast, and hurt.
good input.
I do love though how the wheels start turning. What we think it's going to be.
Yeah, what's kind of irritating about his clues is that he doesn't explain them. It's
No.
like, dude,
Just
lay
a
out
picture.
the-
Just that's
tell
it.
us what it means after.
Nothing.
Don't leave us hanging because then it's kind of lame. What's the point? Just to fuck with us? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So, anyways, as far as movements go, I don't know. I think it'll be something. At least it'll be something. It'll be movements that have a high turnover. I think it'll be a couple. I do not think it'll be a triple. I think it'll be a couple. I think it'll be something short. I don't know if it's going to be an AMRAP. It could either be a 7-minute AMRAP, 8-minute AMRAP, or it can be a for-time workout that has a crap load of turnover. I would not be surprised to see something with that should be completed within the 5 to 8 minute time domain for the fastest people, but have double under. So there's a lot of repetitions involved, a lot of accuracy involved, and it will most certainly be a lung burner.
Absolutely.
Or it can even be, box jump overs, something that you could accumulate a lot of reps in a short amount of time. Because anything with, anything under 100 reps is really tough to score amongst, hundreds and thousands of scores. I mean, not that Castro ever gave a shit, but I think logistically that's something that maybe they're thinking of.
Yeah.
So, at least that's how my brain thinks of it. Not that even fucking matters. Does that matter at all? So, we will see
And
what
at
it
no
is.
point in that incoherent
We will see.
did you answer any of
Doesn't
the
matter at
questions.
all.
And we are all now dumber for having listened to what you just said.
I just wanted to hear myself talk.
Billy Madison.
I knew it.
Viewing
I was
party?
going to say
Did you know that one?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
I did.
Good for you, Dad. I'm proud of you. That's a big moment for you.
Okay, so anyway,
I saw.
next week for 18.2, we have Nordic Cryotherapy, Organic Farmer, Let Raw Shine, and Fitted coming as our sponsor for 18.2 for our
As
Friday
well
Night
as the
Lights.
photo booth
Awesome.
coming back.
Of course, we have our Westchester photo booth coming back to take our goofy pictures and have some fun.
Love it.
So we're looking forward to 18.2. Starts at 6 p.m. Make sure you come in early to sign up for your heats. And that's all I got. You guys have anything there? We're all
Pre-show
good?
kid.
Cool. Oh, yeah. Last thing. Our pre-show kid heat's going to start at 6 p.m. So if you're part of Northeast CrossFit and you have some kids that want to participate in the Open, their heat's going to start at 6 p.m. So bring them along. All right? Sweet.
Cool.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you guys later.
Guys.